And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Why does Odie do that to me right before we go live? You'll tell me something funny. You're bad.
Blue again. Look, I apologize. It was a long night last
It was a very long night.
And I woke up this morning, just grabbed the first shirt that was ready to go, and I didn't remember it was Friday until I pulled in the driveway.
Yeah, that happens to all of us. I sometimes forget what day of period it is. They kind of roll in, and as I mentioned at 6:30, Odie, this is December the 1st, meaning 30 days left in the month. It'll end on the 31st, a new year, and then 24 days until Christmas now.
Yeah, and he's watching. Santa Claus is watching.
He's all over this.
Man, I can't believe it.
Watching 7th Street really particularly hard.
Ooh, yeah. Richard done got on me this morning.
What's Richard getting on you?
It's red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. But I do as a veteran.
Just act like you were on CNN and tell everybody that it's red and they're seeing it wrong.
They're wrong. It's like the Emperor's
clothing. What was it? Emperor's New Clothes?
Emperor's New Clothes. I got on red. You're all colorblind. The camera's messed up. That's what.
That was a pretty good little show.
Yeah.
I still give the best modern day little cartoon was the one about the balloons and the Up.
Yes, I like that. That dog.
If y'all have not watched that little show, do so. And by now it's probably 10 or 15 years old. But man, it is, isn't it?
It is good.
That was sharp.
And we all want that collar so we can know what our dog's saying.
Absolutely. Sometimes we need that on me. Let's take a look at what is forecasted for some the more serious weather tonight. I want to pull that up. Let me look at one more thing before I pull that up, Odie, and make sure I got my timeline right. Yeah, what the National Weather Service is calling for this to be midnight is what they're calling. And although their chart says one thing that they put out, let me show you what reality is happening here. Here's what is forecasted for severe weather tonight. I showed a portion of this earlier. Got to have the buttons up, don't I? Here we are as we look at this. This is a storm that is happening now in Jones County that is going to be approaching Shady Grove, Sandersville by within half an hour, right there as it moves into Jasper County. So y'all be ready there in southern Jasper County around Heidelberg in the next little bit. Still an accident on I-59 right about here as cleanup continues on that this morning. But this is the severe weather that will happen somewhere around midnight to 5 a.m. Look at that, going up to Quitman right there at the city limits. Let's turn on the locations. Earlier, it was down here around DeSoto, so this has been upped in the last few moments as we get past Jay's Taxidermy, and this will take into where the landfill is there in Clarke County, and we move in here. Well, let's just look at this. Here's Highway 18, and as you go northward, right there where the Confederate Cemetery is where the line is tonight of the severe weather, and we'll go east into Bama, and let's just look at this, how this comes across, and this will take in Gilbertown and Butler. Y'all are going to be included in this severe weather for tonight.
Yeah.
So something to think on. Be ready for that. That's our severe storm. Let's turn this off so you can see that storm. Turn this off for just a moment. That's a pretty hefty little storm they're moving toward Heidelberg.
Yeah, it is. And, that line is right there close to Harold, so I think Harold's going to be okay.
Yeah, Harold don't like rain. He ain't much on getting wet.
No, he's not. And hopefully Barry's got him fixed up with a nice house that keep him dry.
That's right. Look at here. Boy, eastern Lauderdale County, if the rain that you're getting right now, out toward Toomsuba, if you're going to be traveling Highway 19, that's a mess, and that's 2-lane. Especially if you're going north there on Alamucha Wynot Road. Look at that mess there.
That is. And it was slick this morning. these roads are going to continue to be slick.
Yeah. Let's just call it from downtown Meridian to Tomb Suba, rough weather there, and Highway 496 as well. So several places to be on the lookout for your weather. Now, as always, I hate to even say it out loud, but there's always an incident coming into Meridian and I-59. It's raining. We hate to go out on a limb, but I'm scared there's going to be an incident there.
Well, I mean, going by past experiences, everything fits the criteria.
It does. That's the way to put it.
So be careful and don't follow too close. Some of these big trucks try to stop as fast as they can, and you've got little cars that start slamming on brakes, and before you know it, everybody's piled up. So
Bad.
be careful out there.
Are you a Swiftie?
No, I'm a Kansas City Chief fan, just for the simple fact I like Patrick Mahomes. Kelsey's good. I mean, I'll give him that. He and the two of them together is great. But as far as the Swiftie part,
Now, she's made the team bigger than life at this point. There's no doubt about it.
they've sold out of uniforms now.
But she is denying. Yeah, they have. She is denying that she married someone, and this was the fans, because they dissect everything about her life that is going on. But in 2020, she goes, "I did not marry someone." They're trying to say that she married Joe Allen, and she goes, "Nope, that never happened. He just became a song. That's it."
But all of her exes came a song. All her exes don't live in Texas, but they all got
That's
a song
what was in my
after 'em.
head. I was sitting here thinking of George.
Yeah. Ooh.
The ceasefire has ended, and Israel has taken back to taking care of business this morning as bombardments begin back in Gaza today.
Wow.
We do hope that all of the people that are being held hostage do get out. I think there's still some Americans still left on this at this point.
And prayers go out to all of them. But Netanyahu said if we stop, they're not going to learn a lesson. We're not going to stop.
They'd come right back.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't watch this last night, and I just don't pay a lot of attention to it because it's two people here that the debate between DeSantis and Newsom from Florida. Why were they even debating is my question. Newsom is not a presidential candidate. I remember him saying that I will debate you, and I guess it was just was it to judge to see if he could, behind the scenes, what they could get a feel if he could beat DeSantis? I guess that's what that was.
It's a little too late to even get in the race at this point, really.
Well, he's trying to replace Joe is what he's up to. Newsom is they're trying to find the candidate they think that would beat Trump. And so he debated Ron DeSantis last night, but they're calling the odds that Ron won it if you were to get a winner out of those two.
It's going to be interesting how that plays out.
What will happen on the Democratic side? Will they leave Joe alone and say, okay, go ahead. We know that you sometimes mess up, but we're going to leave you there. Every day it seems as though they're looking for that person to replace Joe. We don't know what's going to become of it.
If you leave Joe in there, by default, you continue to leave Kamala in there. Which
he could
neither
actually,
one is
can't
done.
you actually change that if you wanted to? On a new ticket for the new year, he could replace
I guess
it.
he could replace her. He wouldn't remember to do that.
Now, that's a good point on that.
So you never hear from her. She doesn't go out and push things like a first lady's done in the past. These are things that are personal to me. I'm vice president. These are things that are personal to me that I'd like to bring into the forefront.
But she's been often called the president by the president.
Well, yeah, because he forgot.
He goes, President Harris. We've all heard it. Y'all know that.
But that guy.
But yes, she is not one of the more popular vice presidents that we've had. But what will they do? And I'm sure there's some analysts that watch this that kind of know where this is going to go in the end. But from the outside looking in, it almost looks like they're scrambling. It's fourth quarter, and we got to come up with something.
Well, they should have done this 3.5 years ago. They should have started working on a plan 3.5 years ago of who's going to run against Biden for the Democrat ticket. Because he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Nope. He sure isn't.
And if y'all let him go through, that just shows y'all how the ones who are trying to run the Democrat Party, how they've lost touch with all reality.
Now, I keep reading this, and this worries me. They're saying that some of Biden's staff are upset with him because of his stance on the Jewish folks of helping them. What happens if that other portion of his staff takes over and he no longer sides with Israel? Where does this put us in this next generation that maybe doesn't understand what the Holocaust was and what went on? It worries me. It is a topic that needs to be discussed and taught. History is changing in the classrooms, and without that being taught, we don't know what to expect tomorrow.
Well, we got 53% of the people that don't even go to church and know God, right?
That's correct.
All right, so how do you know about God's chosen land if you do not read or go to church, read the Bible or go to church to learn about the Lord and Savior?
Yeah.
If you don't know about that land over there means nothing to you.
That's correct.
Satan has won that battle, and ooh,
I'm with you on that. Lots of rain. We're getting reports of that.
Yeah.
All right. We're on the way. We'll be right back to tell you about some more local events and things that have gone on. A huge fire in Meridian last night. We'll tell you about that next with Scotty Ray and Odie. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. And welcome back as we get this morning going underway. I'm seeing if we can get a story ready here in a few moments to go up. We'll have that in just a second there.
Well, while you work on that, let me tell everybody what they can do, because I can hear y'all's stomach growling from here. 2300, yep, make sure I got that right. 2300 11th Street in Meridian at the Masonic Center. The Scottish Rite is having their pancake day. So from 7 a.m., so it's already started, until 2 p.m., you can go and get your pancakes, your sausage, all that good stuff. Fill your belly up. It's going for a great cause. The Scottish Rite has been in the dyslexia business for a very long time, and that goes to help fund that program. So there again, Masonic Center, 2300 11th Street. It's right there on the corner with the Judge Little store, then the Masonic Center, then you've got Citizens Bank and the big church, Central Methodist Church, all right there in that corner. So that's it. It's the gold brick building with the two lines that sit out front by the door. So go by and get you some breakfast and start your day off with them. Feeling good, meeting everybody there, and getting you some good coffee.
That's good. We just got word that, and I heard about this earlier, that a company truck had been stolen in Newton County overnight. And this is not the exact truck, but it's one similar to this. As we go here to pull this up, this looks to be a service company truck was stolen on Highway 503 in Newton County last night around Hickory. So if you happen to see this floating around somewhere, something suspicious going on. He's not checking air conditioners right there.
Man, that's if you're going to steal a truck, get one that you can't really.
Kind of sticks out there.
Yeah, it can't be spotted in real easy. Man.
Yeah, so we put that out, so it's a bolo of being on the lookout. And let me put this Newton County Highway 503.
So y'all see that. We do need to see if it's got ladders and
Yeah.
if it's got all that. So it's not this particular truck. If you see that truck driving down the road, it's probably safe. Make sure the driver rolls his window down and flashes his badge at you. It's
Right.
me. It's me.
Let's see if we can wake the sheriff up over there
Yeah.
and get some more information on that.
Man. Looked like a Coke truck, they said. We got a lot of people joining us this morning from everywhere. Chucky.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all so
Man.
much.
Yes.
Let's see what else that we've had go on overnight. And again, that's just live as we try to cover as much as we can. We apologize for little interruptions there, but we have to get this information out. Important as you're up and at 'em as well. Let's go to C Street, the 200 block last night. Look at this, Odie.
You know, that's terrible. Our old homes, for whatever reason, they're vacant. It is what it is, but at the same time, that's history. Somebody could come in, redo these homes, and make them nice, and we're losing them one day at a time. And we don't know why. We've got ideas, but we don't know
For sure.
why. I can't prove anything, but y'all know you can use your brain. And
If I'm not mistaken, this was said to be an abandoned home, correct?
Correct.
Am I right on that?
Yep.
That doesn't mean that somebody was not living in it also. I had
No power.
had someone get mad at me the other morning about a home I'd listed that was put out as there's no electricity. It hadn't been there since October, and it being abandoned. They were going, oh, no. Well, I only know what I'm told up front when things happen. If there was somebody that lived in it without power, I apologize, but I was not aware of that.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to live in a home without power.
Yeah, this is, and what we mean by that is a lot of times that people move into it that don't own it. Nobody knows about it. I had one reported to me yesterday, Odie, of someone that was at their house and they knew the house to them was abandoned next door to them. Somebody went and crawled in it. They called the police, and that's what you should do.
Yeah, if you know houses in your neighborhood that are vacant.
Yeah.
Man, it's terrible.
Let's go to a big subject that we done last night as we headed west, young man.
Yes, what a wonderful trip that was.
I have never in my life been to the governor's mansion. I've passed by it once or twice and saw it, but Odie, you and I busted up in there. Here
And
we
I
are
tell you,
with the
was-
governor.
It was nice. I've wanted to go in there. And
I didn't
look,
know
but
you owned a suit.
I got about 5 of them dudes.
Wow.
I can slicken up every now and again.
If you've never been in the governor's mansion, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, and Angie was she was happy because of the trees that were everywhere.
If y'all will look at this thing right here, right, that I ain't never. This has to be Mississippi's finest that I've ever encountered. I'll let you describe it.
Look, I took 2 shrimp. 2. Because that one would fit in my hand. That was the biggest shrimp I've ever had. The hamburger, they had a gourmet hamburger. And then some, I don't know, some chicken and then some pork. They had a little bit of everything and some, I don't know what that dessert was, but I might want to go back and knock on the door, see if they got any left, because that was good. But wow, I mean, the food was delicious.
You almost had to have a knife to cut that big thing up. It was that big.
Yeah, you held the tail like a chicken bone.
What was that hamburger? And we're like connoisseurs of food, and there
Yes.
was nothing bad there. But they had these hamburgers
They were
that we
little.
tried to get 5 of. It was kind of like a small version of what's that store that sells the little hamburgers? Crystal.
Crystal, but this was a very fancy on a regular dough bun
Yeah.
Crystal with a thick patty. Thicker, it was a bigger patty than what y'all got at that one restaurant
That
that
me
had
and Greg
gravy
tried
on
to
it.
eat, yeah. But
Oh, it was good.
let me tell you, it was very neat. And this is my first time to meet this young lady here, the governor's wife. She was over the top nice and stood and talked to you and I for probably 30, 40 minutes there.
Yeah, just enjoying everything that was going on. And, I mean, even Governor Reeves saw us. Hey, man, y'all come on in. And
Sure did. Now, upstairs of the mansion, you get to go, and everything is a display. I didn't realize that in the mansion.
Yeah.
The front half of the original house is all a display, kind of like Mary Hope.
Yep.
And then on the back side of the home, in secret locations, are the living quarters now. But the entire thing, they had outfits set up of Elvis. It was a music theme that they had set up in the mansion. And, of course, Charlie Pride, his stuff was in the mansion. Elvis.
B.B. King.
B.B. King.
We found out that there was a chair in the B.B. King room, and it stayed broke for years because B.B. King sat in it.
And broke it.
And the first lady has started a program, Friends of the Mansion, I think is what it was. And they raise money, and they go through and they fix all the stuff that has been in this home, this mansion, since day one, and make it right back to what it was, the replica, fix the chair. And it was great to be there and spend time last night with the governor and his family.
That's what the mansion looks like if you've never been there. And that was us up top there going, look at us, we're at the mansion.
Here we are.
Enjoyed that. That was so much fun. Hey, we're finding out that those little bitty hamburgers over there were called sliders.
Well, I don't know if this would consider a slider.
It was big, thick meat.
Because you had to squish it. And it was nice.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you, we had a absolute blast. We didn't get mugged or anything walking back to the truck.
No, went through security gate. Could we have your name, please?
Yeah,
that's the first party I went to that says, let me make sure you're on the list.
Ask Debbie about that. No, you need to look again. I'm sure it's there.
Oh.
She won't go anywhere with me now.
It wasn't on that one.
It wasn't on that one. But I stood there till I got it on there.
Yeah, you were scared to leave her behind.
Ooh, that'd been bad.
Oh, yeah.
But and what I didn't realize, and you know, after standing there in the room and we walked around and toured everything, man, to be a politician, you really got to be on it because you got to talk to everybody. I don't know how the governor even can talk at the end of a night of the many, many people that he has to talk to. Got to be nice to everybody.
Every one of them.
Yes, sir, Bob. And something else I learned. Me and Odie are going to start a new campaign. I think we're going to take out posters because I've realized we're manly men. Real manly men. Yeah. And we're going to do a campaign of
manly men. It was different. It was not what I expected.
I can't even put it to words.
No.
There's people that don't think like you and I that we bumped into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Angie say? I've seen more toupees here tonight.
It was a bunch of that.
It was.
And I don't wear one.
Did we ask him about why he lied to us about the flag?
No,
we didn't want to get thrown out of the house.
No, we didn't go there.
No politics. It was strictly Christmas.
It was a Christmas spirit.
It was awesome to be there with them.
Somebody asked me this morning, and they told me it was impolite to wear my hat in the governor's mansion, and all I could think of was Burt Reynolds. Take my hat off for one thing only. We'll be right back. Good morning to everybody.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and there's something magical about the holiday season and Al's Garden and Gift. Maybe it's the gorgeous lawns filled with vibrant winter flowers, or maybe it's the beautiful winter wonderland Christmas shop. Unique themed trees, decorations, ornaments, nativity sets, snow globes, and more. There's even custom wreaths, gourmet foods, gift baskets, and gifts galore. Once you see it, you'll believe. Al's Garden and Gift, the most magical shop around.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And we're back. Scotty Ray and Odie. This is a gorgeous Friday morning. And one thing, it's a lot of rain going on.
Yes, it is. It's nice. We needed it. We really, especially with fireworks season coming up. You want to get the ground saturated so we don't have fires out celebrating with fireworks.
That's correct.
So that would
And Gail,
be great.
you're absolutely right. No one would know me without my hat. I don't even know me without my hat. It is, I feel absolutely naked without my cowboy hat. It's not me. It's a rarity that I go without it.
That one senator, what he asked you last night? So you got a bunch of cows and horses?
Sure did. Yeah, he's tied out front. You didn't see it. Me and Odie rode all the way over here on Harold.
Yeah, and talk about that. We asked Chief Deputy / upcoming coroner
/ funeral home
/
helper.
funeral home helper if he had a cart that he could pull us in the parade by Harold.
We want to be in the
Quitman parade
Monday night, and
Yeah.
we thought Harold could pull us.
Since he's a new part of the
Sheriff's
force
Department.
and got a badge now, I think it'd be cool.
Anybody got a cart that Harold can borrow for us to be in the parade?
Get with Chief Deputy and set this up so Harold can pull us through. Hopefully we won't get a call so we don't have to ride as fast.
Correct.
We'll have to go to a smaller carrot. I guess the faster you want to go, you get a bigger carrot.
Let's go, Harold.
Yeah. Giddy up.
We had an incident last night. This would be on Dogwood Lake Road where Cook Road meets. It was no major injuries, but there were a few. It wasn't anything huge, but someone to get banged up, and they're probably sore this morning as we go to take a look at this. This is the scene there at the intersection. It's a lot of police, a lot of emergency officials there. I got word of it as we were making our way back from Jackson last night that this was going on. But fortunately, no major injuries. I also got a note this morning, somewhere around 2 or 3 a.m. Do you remember the incident that we had out in the Wyandotte area north of there, of the ATV that flipped over?
Yes.
It was a man's dad, and he said that he's recovering. Thank God he's okay.
Wow.
Got a lot of complications from it. He's not out. He's out of the woods of life or death, but got a lot of recovery to go. And just a thank you to everyone in the community that stopped and helped and took care of him, getting him to the hospital. And we appreciate that as well.
Yeah, say prayers because prayers work.
Yes, sir.
Just glad to hear that he's going to be okay and got a long road ahead, but with God's help, he can make it.
I think Holly Brand is playing tonight at the governor's mansion.
She is.
I think so. So what a neat time that is.
Well, they couldn't have us and then her the same day because it would pull away from her music.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We were causing a commotion up in there. What did we determine that big building with the clock was across from there?
It said Lamar Building on the side
But
of
it was beautiful. Had a Big Ben look.
Yes. So don't know what it was used
Officially.
for or officially or nothing like that. 'Cause
Could be a church. I'm not
could
sure.
be. We've got a Lamar Building.
Correct.
So I don't know if this was something that was in a lot of places, the Lamar Company.
Yeah.
But that's what was etched in the stone.
And as I talk to staff, and this is what would be tough, it's during the month of December, there's almost something nightly in that mansion going on. Can you imagine never getting any rest?
And that cook,
Man,
I mean,
he's working overtime.
Yes,
I
but
don't-
he cooks for everything every day.
The bacon? Did
Wrapped
you?
around that pork. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. We just went up to it and just kind of pulled it off in our plate. We didn't do the tong thing.
No. Well, I didn't see what was inside the bacon. I just saw bacon and said, well, I need some of that. It's like a bacon strip. Man. Wow.
But very honored to be there at the mansion last night. I'm telling you, it was some kind of a fun. And we got a live there that we did from the front porch of the mansion there, looking out on it as people were coming in and out. Yeah. So something to see there. We'll be right back as we'll go back in history in just a moment to take a look at all the ins and outs of what happened today. That's next with Scotty Ray and Odie as we start your day. If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigerator. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends. For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
You know, I was just looking at the commercial for All Temp, and I want to remind everybody about this. If you're looking for a refrigerator, a stove, a washer or dryer, any appliance or freezer, talk to these folks. They're 3 miles just north of where the 4-lane ends at House. Warranty their work, and you know, if you buy from a box store, it's yours if you have a problem.
That's
a little
right.
bit later. They take care of it. Speed Queen, American-made products up in there also.
I mean, awesome product.
Deliver it to your house. You don't have to figure out how to get it in a truck yourself.
That's it. You just go up there, pick out one you want, let them bring it to you, take out the old one. It's good.
Jerome, you're right.
I did. So Terry said, is your float like Gibbs' boat in the basement, wondering how you're going to get it out?
Yes, it is.
Look, Gibbs isn't even going to finish that boat. Every episode, he's still on a hand sander. He's not going to finish it. The float's going to be finished.
We got L's starting here in a few minutes.
That's right. So we got to just tilt the train.
I got the banners back. Big thank you to Guru,
yeah.
Graphics Guru, for getting us ready on that. We got banners, and we're ready to roll on that.
Oh, it's going to be nice.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go back in history and take a look at this. You'll know this guy. I remember watching an episode where they stole this Thunderbird. Whoops. Who are we talking about? Bosley.
Bosley. Hey, good morning, girls. No, that was Charlie.
That was Charlie.
Yeah.
This was Bosley, who hung out with
Yeah.
him all day.
Yeah. That's all.
Boy, he had the dream job, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Y'all go do this.
They were always undercover. But I took them all away from that. Where'd that thing go where they were at the police academy?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while since I heard it.
It has been a while.
But Charlie's Angels, that's David Doyle. He was born on this day in 1929, if y'all remember him from that TV show. One of the funniest guys there ever was. Silver Streak. The movie list just goes on and on. What was
toy?
it? Moving, where he bought the house and the couple said, we're taking that with us. And then he gets there and they took everything.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Something about moving.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, who had an incident with some fire one time also.
Yeah, blew himself up.
Doing something he shouldn't have.
Freebasing. And
he went down to Green Bay, Alabama just after that.
yeah. But then he talked about it.
Yeah.
And let everybody know how dangerous it was. But, you know, a good guy started off rough, but
He was funny.
He played in Greased Lightning, which is a movie about the first black NASCAR driver.
Sure was.
Who made it to Daytona. True story. So if you've seen or haven't seen Greased Lightning, go watch that.
Good.
It was good. He did a great job in it. But that's a true story. And it's very interesting. It deals with NASCAR.
You're right. His hair did go poof. He was seriously injured there freebasing.
Yeah.
I've listened to if you go back and do that, you can listen to the 911 calls of when they were called to the home to get him there.
Michael Jackson's hair went poof too.
He was doing a Pepsi commercial, wasn't he?
Yeah, when the fireworks got on the jerry curl.
Is that what happened? It was a firework that started it?
It had the sparks that come up in the back as he was coming down the steps.
And got him.
And some of it fell on his flammable hairdo.
Woof. I never knew how the fire started.
Yep,
Michael
that's what it
Jackson.
was.
1945, and some love this lady, some don't.
I don't care either.
Yeah, Bette Midler, born in 45 on this date. Can't say something nice, don't say nothing. You know what your mama said?
That's what Kay Ivey said.
Okay. 19, and you look at this is ironic how this would happen. Hank Williams, who was discovered, went to Nashville. Now, Audrey, the driving force behind this, would take him to A Cuff of Rose. And, you know, this how the story goes of Hank, how he got the record deal of writing a song for him. The man that would always be behind the scenes of this and polish up anything Hank done was Fred Rose. And, of course, as we know, Hank would pass away a little less than a month from now in 1953 in the back of that Cadillac. The guy that lived right, didn't drink at all, would die 1 year later. That was the behind the force of Hank, as we lost Fred Rose at the age of 56 in 1954. He only made it a year after Hank.
Wow.
Just tragedy there as we look at that. But A Cuff of Rose is what all of that was, the music industry. They're probably still going in Nashville. 1953, every guy was trying to figure out how to get this and his wife not know about it.
Yeah.
Miss Marilyn Monroe appeared in a magazine, we'll say it that way.
Who put that on the wall?
Yeah.
That kind of looked like Amy's dress walking to the mansion.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
That wind hit, whoop.
I was not going to bring that up.
I said, well then.
You just embarrassed your wife.
Oh, no. She's probably smiling. Matthew said Wendell Scott was the NASCAR driver. That's correct. That's who.
That's who it was.
Who Richard Pryor portrayed in that movie.
In 1955, this would happen in Alabama, and it would be the beginning of a new era. After this began, Rosa Parks was arrested on that school bus in 1955 on this date. She refused to get up, as we all know, as history is written on that. And if I'm not mistaken, they've got a statue of her there now, if I'm not mistaken.
They do. They sure do.
1957, two legends would happen, be on the same stage. I absolutely loved Sam Cooke. Cupid, draw back your bow. It's another Saturday night. I ain't got nobody. Sam Cooke was just working on the Chain Gang. It just goes on and on. Him and Buddy Holly would appear on this tonight.
If you wanted to be something, you was on Ed Sullivan.
You sure were. And Sam Cooke, what a voice he had. The only problem was it was a woman that got him into trouble in the end, and it would cost him his life, if I remember correctly. So. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Happens more times than you realize. 1964, he walked into the studio on this day. It'd be probably one of his biggest songs that he's remembered by. Because,
I've got a
tiger by the tail, it's hard to see.
And that red, white, and blue guitar.
Buck Owens, and that was a huge hit for him.
Oh, yeah.
As we would move forward, it would be 1965 that this would be recorded today. He would walk in and record Swinging Doors. Anybody remember this from Merle Haggard? Woo, that was big.
He looked young there, didn't he?
Yep, and the ironic thing about it, he was in Hollywood when that was recorded.
I'll be darned.
1973, this was, I can remember it like it was yesterday. She was big. They were a big group of the day. She would die from what we didn't know a whole lot about, the American public didn't, back in the early 70s, was being anorexic. But she would pass away from that. But they went number one on this day. The Carpenters with On Top of the World, Looking Down at All Creation. I can see in Odie's face, he ain't got a clue.
Remember some of the songs, not
You remember
many. I know Greg likes to listen to.
But that was what they called in the day pop. That was not country at all. That was pop. But they had several songs, the Carpenters, and that's probably the biggest one they had. Did she have anything to do with I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, the Coca-Cola commercial?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her in the group that was singing.
That was a big promotion that worked.
Oh, that was huge. That was huge.
And for those of you who don't know, Coca-Cola kind of responsible for the image that you see of Santa the way it is. It was all developed early on. I've got some of those framed somewhere. Oh, Santa. 1984, we would all go see this because it was good.
All three of them.
Yeah, to this day. And they're in the works of making a new one, for I understand.
But no, I could deal with that.
Yeah, Beverly Hill Cop premiered on this day back in 84.
park that somewhere safe. All this happened last time I was here.
It was that old beat up Buick, wasn't it? Yeah. Man, he was good.
Oh, it was something.
Eddie Murphy has a talent that just didn't match by many at all.
No.
1994, George Strait was out there. The big one, Lead On. Oh, this album would be released and it would go number one today. Lead On, back in 94.
Oh, George, he's got it now.
He is called the king of country music. There's a reason for that. He stands there, he sings, and he doesn't change just because other people do.
That's right.
George Strait. That's a look back in time today on history of a few things that went on. Already 7:40 as we start your day. Trying to get a smile out of you. Y'all drive careful now. We'll be right back with more as we start all of this.
It's that time of year again. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. From October 15th to December 7th, you have the chance to review and make changes to your Medicare coverage. At Parker Marketing Insurance Advisors, you can speak with our experts to find the plan that fits your needs. Don't miss out. Call 601-512-2100 to secure your health care for the year ahead with Parker Marketing Insurance Advisors. Your health, your choice. Make it count.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
You know, as we talk about some friends that will sponsor our show and take care of us, let's tell you about some good folks as, well, they're going to be doing you right. Snowden and Company Real Estate. If you're looking for land in the Enterprise area, out on the rural route there, check this out. They can hook you up with that. About 55 acres there.
Man, and right there, you've got the Chunky River or the...
That is the Chunky, isn't it?
Well, it changes over into Clarke County to... Chickasahey. So you got the Chickasahey River right there that you can have in your backyard.
Deer hunting, several places to plant on that. 3-year-old pine plantation on it as well. So if you've been waiting for that, that's just some of the things that they offer. Maybe it's a home that you're looking for. This is here in Lauderdale County in the Bailey area. Maybe you need one of those. Do what you want with that. Beautiful home there that can get you fixed up. Call Amanda, 453-3937. There's so many to choose from, and, well, they've been busy here lately. Here's another home within the city limits of Meridian. Take your pick, visit their site. It's easy to do. You'll see it right there. SnowdenRealEstate.com is that number to call or click. That number is 453-3937 right there. They've got a lot of homes that, well, they can take care of you. Visit with Amanda and her friendly staff. They'll help you decide the home that best fits you. All happens that way. Let's see what else is happening today. We got word that something was going on in Clarke County last night, and we would find out that, well, a vehicle real similar to this had been stolen, carjacked, you might say. Clarke County, boogie there, there it went. Well, who was involved with this? Well, let's go back and take a look at this, Odie. This would be the man that was accused of this, allegedly taking it. An APB went out for this.
It didn't take them long to track him down and take care of him, and he's having a good breakfast this morning.
Yes, absolutely. Be Mr. Ivy that was taken into that. And again, you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but an arrest has been made in Clarke County. Harrell was dispatched, brought him on back to the sheriff's department there. A lot going on in Clarke County. They solved those. Have we gotten an invite now that we say that to the big send-off party here, the retirement party?
Yes.
Of Todd? Is there?
No, I hadn't got the one for Todd yet.
Yeah, what's going on? They need to get on. We've gotten the invitation for Billy's.
Yeah.
And here this is. Here's the retirement party that's going to be happening for our sheriff, Billy Solly.
28 years of service. 28 years of service as the sheriff in Lauderdale County. he already had 20-something years
Yeah.
With Meridian Police Department, ended as chief of police for the city of Meridian. I mean, we're looking over 50 years of law enforcement to Lauderdale County. That is amazing.
The 14th, 2 to 4 there in the Hank Floyd boardroom. That's going to be happening. Hope you can make it out for that.
Yeah.
And wish the sheriff a good send-off because he'll only have, what, about 15, 16 days left at that point?
It won't be long. Well, it's not going to be long after that he's going to go get on a cruise. So he's going to leave town for a little while. He's going to leave as sheriff, William D. Billy Solly, and he said he was returning as John Q. Public.
There we go. Now, I had a question about this. Sandra said, do you have any information on the shooting on I-20 last night? I've spoke to law enforcement officials early this morning. There was someone who posted that their windshield had been shot at near Hickory. As we dig deeper into this, it would turn out to be determined by law enforcement officials that it was rocks that actually hit that windshield and not a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
That's what we have at this point. If that changes in any shape, form, or way, we'll bring that to you as quickly as we can. But being reported officially as rocks hitting the windshield instead of a gunshot being fired on I-20 last night. And I did get that immediately after that happened. We began to try to get into this to determine what was the cause of it, and that's what we're told as of this morning. And I'll double check back with Jody again also, as that happened in Newton County. Any information on the escaped inmate. Spoke to one of the officials with MDOC last night. They are still searching for him.
So hadn't found him yet, so still be on the lookout for him.
And let's just show that picture here since you brought that up. Still at bay, or still on the run, still at large, Ryan Young, who escaped in Meridian near 7th Street and 34th Avenue. It would be actually Church's Chicken, and he came out on 7th Street at 34th Avenue and ran that way. The video making its round of that escape there. If you haven't watched that on our page, do so. I don't know about that. Joe says, was it dropped from the overpass? I don't know that.
Yeah, if it was slung from another car,
Yeah.
don't really know. What was his name? Young. Yes, it was Ryan Lynn Young, I believe is his full name.
Ryan
guy
Lynn.
Missing. Ryan Lynn.
And here's the information at the top of the page here. He's going to be 5'9", 197 pounds was the official last thing on this. When we originally got it, we thought he was 5'11", but he's 5'9", 197 pounds. He lost a little bit of weight while he was incarcerated, and that's more realistic. The hair is a little bit longer now. If you'll go back and look at that video of the way he looks.
Yeah.
Do I think he's still in that area? I do not. How he left, I don't know. Now, I am getting word also is everybody was saying look for the yellow jumpsuit. I cannot verify this, but it comes from a pretty good source that underneath that yellow jumpsuit was regular clothes, and that would be an unzip and throw and blend in you would be. Does that make sense?
So he got rid of his jumpsuit.
I would say that went away pretty quickly there after he got a few blocks.
Wow.
That has not been found either. Now, let me back up and say that. I want to say some cuffs and things were discovered somewhere in the bushes there close. Whose they were, I don't know. The first person that was arrested, his. But again, that was what I'm being told on that. So he would be able to blend in and just keep walking without that yellow jumpsuit on.
Why didn't they use the drone? I can tell you they did. Multiple drones were used. A drone cannot see through a home, and it cannot see under a home. So we can find you if you're out in the open with a drone. But if you're actively hiding from law enforcement and you're under a home, don't know if this is what happened. A drone's not going to pick you up. A drone will find you out in the woods.
Right.
But there were multiple drones that were in the air.
Bunch of them.
The other day looking for this person. So, yes, drones were used.
So we'll keep you posted on this, and who knows? He could have been let in somebody's home. We don't know that he wasn't. Yeah. He could have went in an abandoned home and held out till dark. And then the next question is going to pop back up is, well, why weren't dogs used? They were, but there was a lot of sense there. Did I say that correctly? Sense,
yeah.
That the dog could get confused on. Maybe old Red wasn't available that could stick on one. But that's what we know at this point, and law enforcement officials are combing the area, still looking.
Well, if you don't have something good for that dog to smell, that dog's going, okay, what scent do I follow?
That's right.
And
this is where cameras in neighborhoods are good. Door ring bell, and there's got to be somebody out there. If you're watching me, and you've got a doorbell camera and you have something, send that to us so we can give that to law enforcement officials so they can track this down. I'll make a post about that also a little bit later on this morning. Maybe somebody hasn't thought about that or going back and looking at their camera footage when they were at work. But if you live in that area south of 8th Street, let's check those door cameras.
Rodney said he's a professional criminal. I would agree with that.
I would too.
And he's had plenty of opportunity to study and figure and plan what he's going to do.
Yeah, that was not just that was well thought out. When he hit the ground, he knew what he was going to do.
Yeah, he'd already thought about this. And, Marshall Currington's birthday.
Woo!
Happy birthday, Marshall.
All right, we'll be right back as we continue your morning. We're 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock.
Golly.
As we do this together. We'll be right back.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clarke, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
And welcome back. Did we need to mention something that was coming up?
So coming Sunday, Project Inspire meeting. It's going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. at Poplar Springs Baptist Church. This is a citywide church rally and discussion. So this would be a good place for everyone to get together, discuss the problems that you see in Meridian, the issues, and find ways and solutions to get that good. So show up there again, Poplar Springs Baptist Church, December 3rd, Sunday, 5 p.m. Go by there and see that. And Ryan Currington's birthday is tomorrow.
A little bit of this I'm going to have to do off the fly because I don't have everything lined up, but we want to remind you of this one. We do know this Christmas parade for tomorrow has been changed to December 16th at 11 a.m. That's Shubuta. That one is changing. Now, as we go here, here's a couple parades. This is going to be still scheduled to my knowledge. Rose Hill. If this is changed, please let us know about Rose Hill's lineup at 10 a.m. if that's going to be changed or not. There's a good chance that could happen and be changed on that. As we change this one, Quitman's going to be on the 4th, which is on Monday night, and then Enterprise will be on December the 16th at 6 p.m. Now, Odie, somewhere, as I've got down here listed way on down, we've got more Christmas parades that are listed. I'd
like to see us get back to where we were the Thursday after Thanksgiving. I really think that you would have a better turnout. You would have more people participating during the week at night. Started at 6 o'clock. It worked then. It can work now. The weekends, you're sitting there fighting so many other activities. logistics is something that really needs to be playing a part into this with the decision making. And I tell you, Thursday night, even a Tuesday night, I believe would be a lot better off for everybody and make it a huge event, bigger than what it is now.
I think most people.
I don't
would agree
make
with that.
those decisions.
But we try. Now, we also want to remind you that we're told that the city of Meridian will make the announcement before lunch today whether or not the parade will continue in Meridian for the Christmas parade on Saturday night beginning at 6 o'clock. We're waiting for word on that, and they should be sending that information out here in just a little bit. I'm still looking for our other. I can't be too far off of this board.
Hickory Parade is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Sandra's letting us know that.
So that's good to know.
Yeah.
I still ain't there yet wherever I posted all this. That tells me I need to repost it again, don't it? Man, we got more news than you shake a stick at. When I can't find my own story, it's done got bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that was it. That was just a Christmas tree. No.
We're going to find that and double check.
I'm still scrolling down
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we got more news you can put out there.
But what do y'all think about a parade being during the week, a Tuesday night or a Thursday night versus a Saturday night where everything else is going on? Meridian used to have a huge parade. It was big. More people were involved with it. I think a lot of that had to do with the old mall.
Yeah.
You walked across the bridge, didn't have a sidewalk then. You walked across the bridge, and Santa Claus came to town. When he got out at the mall, he walked inside.
Do you remember Santa coming out of a helicopter time or two?
I do. I know of at least one time. That was at Sears, I believe, wasn't it?
And there was a parachute at the old mall when I was a kid where Santa jumped.
I remember something about that.
It's been forever and a day ago.
It has been.
All right, a couple of things that I have found and located. Let's pull this up. Meridian getting ready for their Christmas parade on the 9th at 5:30 p.m. Also, the same night, Collinsville will have their Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Now, I have found my little list here, and there could be some more added, but we'll go back and fix this later and add some more here. But let's pull this up of what we know about. Tonight at 6 p.m., Decatur will have theirs. Hickory's tomorrow at 2 p.m. We've got Philadelphia Monday night at 6. Louisville will also be Monday night at 6. Quitman Monday night at 6 p.m. DeKalb, they'll have theirs on Tuesday night. Odie, they're beginning at 6 p.m. Ooh, look at Newton coming on in strong.
Oh, well, I'm telling you, during the week, these people know it's a better parade.
Collinsville the 9th, and also Marion the 9th. One's at 5:30, and then the other begins at 6. Stonewall will have theirs on the 9th at 11 a.m. Also, Union has their big Christmas parade on the 9th at 5:30. Enterprise will be the 16th. DeKalb, we don't want to leave them out. That was on the 5th. I got that out of line. Tumsuba will be the 16th at 7 o'clock, and Union will be the 9th at 5:30. Now, if there's others that we haven't gotten, please let us know. Union, December 9th. There it is. If you've got more comments and more parades, we want to definitely hear from you to get that news out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This has been talked about a lot, and I know overnight the fire department had to go back, Odie. And this is the scene out in the outskirts on I-59.
Yeah, that's a Rundle Road, what you're looking at now, and then we're sitting on top of I-20. And
look at that down in there where that's burned.
Yeah, I mean I-59. I'm sorry, I-59. That area caught on fire. I'm still looking at why and what could be the cause of the original, but it did spread. We had forestry come out. But when you have a big fire that's spreading like that, we don't have a lot of equipment that goes out in the woods. We call forestry to come, but forestry has been thinned out so much that it takes them 2.5 hours to get here. But they were able to get here and put a lane around that fire. Well, it ended up jumping that fire. And being right there on the interstate, we've gotten a lot of calls and spent a lot of time out there. But hopefully everything's good now. It's not going to start back unless somebody helps it. But right now everything should be good in that area, especially with the rain coming through. soak everything down real good.
We got word that we have another missing person in the area as we pull this up. Missing teen from Lowndes County, which is due north of us. Could be in this area. Zachary Jaden Wade. We're asked to put that out. 5'7", 150 pounds. If you've seen him last seen on the 23rd of November, contact the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department if you happen to see that. So many missing people that are out there, and people are trying to find their loved ones. A couple there. Let's see here. Orange juice. Be warned on this. Expected to be going up. Why? Ooh. There's less of it, fewer crops, and then they've had some crops damage, so the prices are expected to ease up again, Odie.
Wow.
Do they ever come back down?
No, not once
it goes
they go
up.
up. Well, they go up a dime, come down a nickel. They still had a nickel raise.
Yeah, and so many times that happens.
Arlene said, when are they going to fix the bridge on Wildcat Road? We don't know, but we are working. I've talked to Rush Mayat, and we're going to work out a time for him to come on, sit down with us on here, and explain to y'all this process. This is a huge, long process that they have to go through to get these bridges done, get the construction going. And once the state steps in and says shut it down now, they have no control over that. And then they have to start this long process. So don't know exactly how that worked, but Rush does, and he's going to join us. We haven't come up with a date yet, but he's going to join us and explain how all that works and the shape of our bridges.
Ocean Springs making headlines this morning as a teacher is arrested, and it looks to be a male teacher arrested for possibly inappropriate behavior with a student. Wow. We'll have to get Carl and the merchants on this to solve this crime since they're in that area a good bit.
Yeah, Tanner Circle.
What's happening there?
Is that off Highway 19? Is that where the dam on Highway 19 broke, Carl? Is that road that goes around on the backside of 19 South? Maybe he'll answer us. That's a city road, and that's something the city's going to have to repair. But it's definitely scary. If I'm not mistaken, that road is closed because it is a. Yes, that's it. Okay, because it is a fairly dangerous situation over there.
Do you happen to have extra five? We'll close with this story this morning. This is in Texas. You happen to have another $5.5 million?
Maybe. Let me go dig up the yard.
Look at that. Someone built a home like that, and it has a Disney style. It's on the market there in Texas for $5.5 million. I guess you could have your own patio brunch on your window ledge there every day.
Swimming pool, beautiful view.
Movie stars.
I wonder how much land you get. It's 1/4 of an acre.
That's usually, we all know that. Odie, we're going to have to go. We're running over a minute or so here.
Golly.
Well, we want to say a big thank you to the governor for having us in Jackson, Mississippi last night at the mansion. It was beautiful. We enjoyed ourselves of hanging out with a few folks.
Man, it was great. It was great being here with y'all again because we love every one of y'all so much. We'll be back 23 hours. No, we won't. We'll be back in 72 hours because this is Friday. I'm sorry for my red. But until then, remember, we love you, and Jesus does too.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.